All right, welcome to another Barstool U Midwest Rundown with me, Mike from Barstool Bash, Noah from Barstool UWM, and John from Eastern Illinois Barstool. What's going on, guys?
Mike, what's up? I'm all fired up tonight. Let's get it popping, baby. John, how we doing?
Good. It's been a while, but back in the office.
You
Back
bet.
at it after a long lake week full of 12-ounce curls, just kind of working on the biceps a little bit. 12-ounce curls of soda, of course.
Right.
All right, first topic. Jay Cutler is coming out of retirement for the Dolphins. I watched the press conference. Not impressed. Obviously, it's Jay Cutler. He ran the Bears into the ground. He claims that his wife really influenced him on deciding to take the deal. I mean, you have to be insane not to take a 1-year, $10 million offer. But just like always, classic Jay Cutler, looking like he's on when he gets to the press conference. He looks like he's come off a long night of drinking, hungover, and just kind of out of it. He actually beat the high school I went to back in 2000 in the state game in the last play of the game, which is kind of crazy. But I'm excited. I'm ready for the memes. The memes have already started from the press conference. Clearly, he stated he's not in shape. The press, they're like, what have you been doing the last couple months? And he's obviously been doing nothing. He got his shoulder surgery, and he said he's been cleared since March. But there's no way he's been throwing a ball around because, I mean, who would have thought somebody would have picked him up? Everybody thought he sucked, and he was just going to go with Fox and, half-ass it just like you do anything else. But it's interesting to see what will happen. He'll come in first game, probably start, and then Tannehill will take back the reins once he's healthy. I don't think Tannehill's that horrible of a quarterback. He's just surrounded by a horrible team. But I think Cutler will do what Cutler does best and just suck it up and take the money and then have him force him out at the end of the season. Noah, what do you have?
I'm very happy for Jay Cutler getting that chance. Head down to Miami, South Beach, and extend that career. He's getting up there, but he's going to go down there and do the job he's supposed to do. I think he's laughing all the way to the bank a little bit. 1 year, $10 million with incentives that could put a nice package in his wallet. I watched the press conference. He did look a bit run down standing up there at the podium, but I think he's still quite the stud. But yeah, like you said, he basically said his wife was pushing him to take the job. Something about bothering her in the house too much. He's sitting around at the house. It's getting on her nerves a little bit. One thing I'm looking forward to him down in Miami is all the camera cuts to him on the sidelines of him sulking and being sullen on the sideline. Probably when they're going to be down about 34-10 to the Patriots twice a year this year. So, I'm looking forward to that, but I'm going to have to disagree with you on, him sucking it up down there. He's rolling with Gase. He's familiar with the offense. I don't think he'll do anything, major, but I think it's as good of a fit as he's going to find in the league, and I'm glad he's back. He's an exciting guy. He's got the gunslinger mentality a little bit. Not saying it always pays off for him, but I'm excited for it.
John?
When I first saw this news, I thought it was fake because I saw it off an account that was not verified. So I was like, oh, okay, that's kind of bullshit. Because I've always loved Jay. Always loved watching the Bears when he played. And I always wanted to see him retire in Chicago. So I think hats off to the Dolphins to bring him out of retirement so fast. But at the same time, it's kind of hard to turn down $10 million for a season where he's not going to go into the postseason. At least I think. So good to him. I'm glad. I'm happy for him. I just hope that he makes the right choice and he goes out there. And if he does play as much as he does, he plays well. Because I don't want him to come back and just play as bad as he did last season. It's hard to watch.
Yeah. All right. Back to the segment. I've had enough. Vince Wilfork announced his retirement today. Good for Vince. He's had a good long career. Stayed healthy for the most part, healthy and fat. But I was going through social media on Instagram and Twitter, and all I saw from ESPN and NFL all day long was him in the overalls, him in Hard Knocks, him in the, doing stupid shit. And it's just like, let the man retire. Give him a post, by NFL on Instagram and ESPN. There's no reason to run through my whole thread and just destroy it with all these stupid tweets. There's no reason for it. And of course, ESPN being ESPN, they have nothing to report. But so Vince Wilfork, easily my favorite fat boy in the NFL. He retired today. My thought is that he probably knew he wasn't going to pass a conditioning test. I mean, look at the man. I don't blame him. I got a big conditioning test coming up Saturday that I'm really not looking forward to. Yeah, I mean, my only thing is shut the hell up and just stop posting and tweeting about the dude. I love the video of him in the overalls, but we don't need to see it 8 times in one day by the same account. Noah?
I always got to have love for the big fella, Wilfork, but, like you said, Mike, I think the media's, blown up that little overall shtick a little too much past 2 seasons when he's down in Houston. We get he's the happy-go-lucky, the jolly D lineman. He always has been every year of his career, honestly. But I think I've seen him in overalls more than I'm actually seen him on the field recently. So, happy retirement. Hats off to Vince Wilfork. Great career in Foxborough, and ended her down in Houston with those boys. And just, headed to retirement. That's enough with the media. It's not like he's like the face of the NFL or anything. They're making it out to be where he is, such an integral part of the league recently, and it's just not the case. He's way past his prime.
Yeah. John?
Hats off. Anyone that makes it pro and it goes all the way his 13th season deserves a round of applause, especially no matter if you're Brian Scalabrine or LeBron James. If you get a ring, hats off to you. You deserve it. So congrats to him and happy retirement.
Yeah. All right. Moving to college. This has been the segment I've been talking to the guys to try to get on the show for a long time. Finally, we've gotten to it. College football preview. School-wise, the Little Giants and I report to camp on Saturday, moving in Friday night. Really looking forward to get back and see the guys, especially in my house. Last year, we were 8-2. We lost a game to Wittenberg, which is always a tough game every year. And then we lost to DePaul in the Bell game by 3, which is a big loss. First time in 7 years that we lost that game. Is the only Division III game televised besides the national championship. So it's a special game, and it's a big rivalry. Played for over 120 years, and it was awesome to be a part of last year. And I'm definitely ready to get the Bell back this year. But kind of going toward bigger schools, because obviously not a whole lot of people follow Division III football besides people that are involved in it. Start off with, my opinion, the best football conference in the country, hands down, the SEC. I'm a big Tennessee fan. I'm pulling for them this year. They always make it to that 5 or 6-0 start, have a couple big wins late, and everybody's like, "Oh, it's their year," and then of course, the wheels fall off the wagon, and it's over. So I'm hoping to see him make a bowl game. I'm pulling for him to win it all. It's not going to happen. But I'm excited to see what Butch Jones and the team has this year. They always have a great recruiting class. Hopefully they can get a little higher than a small bowl game that they've been at the last 3 years. Moving on to the ACC, staying out east. Don't really care. In my opinion, the ACC is a joke of a conference. Sure, Clemson won. They are, in my opinion, the most overhyped team in the country, and they showed up to the national championship. And, yeah, they beat Alabama. But you also had that overhyped Deshaun Watson. And I just didn't – I'm not a big fan of the ACC. Notre Dame's in it. I hate Notre Dame. Sorry, John. But that's just my take. I don't like the ACC. Winner of the Big Ten, easy Ohio State. Michigan will give them a run for their money. Wisconsin's always playing out there, having a good season every time. But I don't. And Penn State's starting to come up from the whole shower incident. I think they're starting to get recruits back in, and I know they can make a bowl game. I watched them play live last year against Wisconsin downtown Indy in the Big Ten championship game, and it was a hell of a game. So I definitely think Wisconsin and Penn State will make a run, but I think Ohio State just too much. They've kind of realmed into their own island in the whole conference. And for the Pac-12 and Big 12, I got nothing there. They're shitty conferences. They play somewhat decent football, but nothing I really care about. That's just me. Really, SEC and Big Ten, it's pretty biased. I think those are just the grittiest conferences in the country. Noah?
Yeah, Mike, I'm excited for my guy Mike Garrett heading into camp here this weekend for Wabash. You know, not everyone pays much attention to the Division III, but I'll tell you one thing: I'll be keeping a close eye on the Little Giants this season. Mike, you got to hook me up with a shirt or something here.
Absolutely.
I was talking to John a couple weeks ago. I think maybe we'll try to make a trek out to one of those games this season out in Indiana this fall and see the big man Mike Garrett do his thing in the middle on that defense. Leader of the pack, baby. I love it. Moving to the big leagues, the D1. Unpopular opinion, but in the SEC, I got to roll with the Mizzou Tigers. You know, they're kind of a underdog in the SEC, but I was strongly considering going to Mizzou when I was applying for school. Made the smart decision to go to UWM, close to home, but gotta always have love for Mizzou. They're my dark horse in the SEC. ACC, people forget that they actually have football programs. But no, honestly, got to roll with the Tar Heels. Shout out to my boy, Barstool's very own Caleb Presley, and Mitch Trubisky, who's headed to the NFL now, but dear friend to Caleb, former quarterbacks of the North Carolina Tar Heels. They're losing a great one in Trubisky, but as far as I can see, they got a solid defense returning and should be a force in the ACC. Then again, who's paying attention to the ACC, honestly? I'll stick to them come November and December when it's college basketball season. But in the Pac-12, got to roll with Oregon, however you like to say it, solely based off their uniforms. I can't get enough of those. Those are beauties, game in and game out. I love them. They get a little gaudy from time to time, but usually pretty sharp. So, yeah, rolling with the Ducks.
John, who do you have in college football this year?
All right, so I'll start off with SEC, which is not the best conference in college football. My champion there would be Alabama, of course, powerhouse program. I don't think they'll ever lose that reputation. My dark horse, a sleeper for that conference, has got to be Georgia. I'm not that big of a fan of Georgia, but they definitely are some dogs. Moving on to ACC, I'm going to probably go with Florida State, Florida State, and then who would my dark horse be? I don't know. That's ACC football. They got some teams, but the best conference in all of college sports, the Big Ten, football and basketball. I'm gonna go obviously with Ohio State, great program. Dark horse, Wisconsin, not really the dark horse, but they could win some games and be up there. I hate Michigan so much, you have no idea. And then the best independent team in college football and all of college football is Notre Dame. They're ACC for basketball. Just know that. I'm hoping for a real big turnout this year. It has a special place in my heart. And we'll just do a hard pass in the Pac-12 and in the Big 12.
Yeah, those are easy to pass on. They suck. I I haven't seen a big team come out of. Pac-12 always has that one overranked team, either USC or Oregon. Oregon's kind of fallen. He's been around. Last year, they were up in the ranks. I just don't think they play very competitive football at all. Ever since Barry Switzer left and Tom Osborne, long time ago, football's been decent, but I haven't seen anything special in it. Manziel's around. He made it a little interesting, but still, I don't see anything special in those two conferences.
When I grew up being a pretty big USC fan, but around when Pete Carroll left and on that whole scandal happened, I just kind of like lost a lot of interest in the program. So that's when I turned my back on that conference.
Yeah,
I slipped by the Big Ten on accident there. Obviously going to go with the hometown Wisconsin Badgers, take the Big Ten. Just slipped my mind there for a second on the Big Ten, but obviously we don't have a football team right here at UWM, so Badgers football is a pride and joy of the state of Wisconsin. Alex Hornibrook under center is going to be a beautiful thing. Look for my guy Bradrick Shaw coming out of the backfield, hopefully take the starting spot away from Tywan Deal. And we got a solid defense. You don't have to worry about that one. But yeah, had to cover that one quick.
All right, so let's wrap it up. This has been another Barstool EIU Midwest Rundown. Check out the new 5th year account on Twitter and Instagram, formerly known as Barstool U. Tex and the guys at headquarters have rebranded it to kind of combat Old Row to make it better than Old Row. Barstool U is impressive, but I think 5th year will definitely take it to a new level. Follow all of us on Twitter and Instagram. Barstool Bash personally has had a surge in followers recently, so that's pretty awesome. Thank you guys. Check out the Barstool store at store.barstoolsports.com. And a quick shout out to the lovely intern, Francesca, at the office. Stole my heart. Love seeing her in stool scenes. And so let's move on to the post show. So today I was going to the gym, getting huge as always. And I ran into the former Ohio State basketball coach, Thad Matta. And I was like, dude, what are you doing here in Zionsville? And he's like, well, I live around here. Like, well, no shit. And so, of course, he had a little splint on his ankle. And he said he's doing some rehab in the pool. So it's just kind of cool for a couple seconds. But, you don't really get those chances all the time to see a pretty winning coach from college basketball just kind of walking past you and you just kind of stop by him. And as I said earlier, I report to camp on Saturday. I'm moving in Friday night. We got a lot of potential this year. Everybody's getting real hyped up after dinner Saturday. So it's definitely going to be rough. I probably won't eat a whole lot at dinner. Definitely want to see how much food the freshmen eat before and then don't realize they have to go run 1,610-yard sprints for a pretty low time. But I'm excited to get back on campus, see the guys. To start practicing and get ready for the season starting September 3rd. Noah?
Mike, shout out Francesca, like you said. Beautiful young woman. I'm not going to lie about that one. Got to follow Chicks in the Office on Instagram. You want to see those good videos of Rhea and Francesca doing their thing. Barstool World HQ. Check out sorry, fellas. We'll cut that out. Check out fuegobox.com and get the official hot sauce of Barstool Sports, Xana sauce. I have it here at home. I just polished off my second bottle. It, adds a little zest to whatever food you want. Check it out, fuegobox.com. It's a thing of beauty. It adds a little flavor to anything you want. Also, I'm pulling for my guy Mike down at camp this weekend. Mike just might want to skip dinner on that one and then pig out after your conditioning test. That's my thinking on that one.
Yeah. John, you got anything?
Yeah. Did I already say the celebrities I was able to meet in Vegas? I don't think so, right?
Mm-mm.
No, so when I was down in Vegas for the AAU tournament, I ran into a couple of professionals. Ran across Shaq, good guy. Had a moment to say hi and take a picture. Patrick Ewing as well. I posted a picture of me and Jim Boeheim on my Instagram. He was the man. Short story. I literally caught him running to take a shit. I was in a casino. I was at the Wynn in Las Vegas. Literally, this guy's speed walking on the phone with my mom, and I was like, "Gotta call you back." Caught the guy in a second. It's like I gotta go. So that was fun. Not other people, but like not professional athletes. Um, yeah, yeah.
All right. It's been a good show, guys. Again, this has been another Barstool EIU Midwest Rundown. Thanks for watching. Shout out Tex, our fearless leader, always working hard. That's all we got. So follow us all on Twitter and Instagram.
All right, fellas, have a good week. Shout out Dylan, Tex, Stone, keeping us all in check, and our boys Kyle and Chuck as well, keeping this thing chugging along, taking the internet by storm.
Take
See
it
ya.
easy.
See you, fellas. All right. Sorry I froze up
You're still
there for a
live.
second.